I'm Anishka, I'm 24 and I have endometriosis. My health journey has been pretty long and rough one, like so many other women with endometriosis. So it took me around 10 years to get a diagnosis, and I feel that was only the case because I ended up going private. So I first started with endometriosis symptoms at around age 13. There were many years as a teenager going back and forth with the GP and explaining about my period symptoms, but I also had a lot of big symptoms like migraines and fatigue and nausea, and none of this was really put together. And so I finally received my referral to gynecology after around 7 or 8 years, and this didn't go well. The gynecologist basically said that he thought I was just too petite for my partner and completely brushed off my symptoms. And I was actually booked in for surgery without my consent. So after most appointments, I went home and cried and I told my mum. And luckily I was able to access private health insurance, and that was the only way that I ended up having my diagnosis. And I think at one point as well, it was mentioned to me that because of my South Asian heritage, we tend to be more petite down there, and that could have been a factor in my pain. The gynecologist believed that my painful sex, which was one of my endometriosis symptoms, was purely because I am too petite for my boyfriend. I think being listened to is really important because I was presenting with a lot of symptoms, and the painful sex seemed to be the only thing that ended up getting me a referral to gynecology, and everything else just went out the window really. And to say that from the age of 13 I was going back and forth with GPs about my extremely heavy and painful periods alongside all my other symptoms, and some of these are cyclical symptoms, which is a really key feature of endometriosis or adenomyosis. All of that was ignored and put down as, normal teenage periods. The fact that I got my first ever period on a school trip on a weekend away in another country, and the teachers had seen the extent of my symptoms, and none of that was raised to me that there could be something wrong. That would have been a really important time for them to intervene and suggest that to myself or to my mum. And I think that would have changed everything really, because from the off I would have known that there was something wrong. I wasn't able to partake in any of the activities, any of the water sports. The whole reason we went there was to climb Mount Snowdon, and so I couldn't do that activity. I was the only person, and the fact that I was unable to be without a bathroom for half an hour was very not normal. But yeah, this was never raised to me, and I think that would have changed the trajectory of my diagnosis. I think I would have gotten a diagnosis much sooner if that education would have been there in school. As a woman, you definitely feel like you're being hysterical, you're being dramatic, you're being immature, and you're just not dealing with periods as every other woman gets them. And I think sometimes going to a female GP can be even worse because they think, oh, well, we're all women here, we all have periods, we have pain, we bleed, just get on with it kind of thing. All of those things I think contributed to me feeling like this is really just a me problem. It's just the way my body is, and I have to put up with it.